Hello guys, welcome to another episode of XpressReacts. Today we're going to be reacting to the trailer of a film that nobody expected but now everybody's looking forward to. It's Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2. And this is Prashanth.
My name is Sreejith.
And we'll watch the trailer now.
I remember that day. I never forgot it. That a slave could take revenge against an emperor.
Where were you born?
I don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
You will be my instrument.
Who are you?
Did you hear that crowd? The greatest temple Rome ever built. The Colosseum. Because this is what they believe in. Power. General Acacius.
There are victories yet still to come.
Rome has so many subjects. She must feed them.
They can eat war.
The arena turns slaves into gladiators, the gladiators into free men.
You have something in you. I knew it from the start.
Did you now?
Rage. That rage is your gift.
This is about survival! Survive! Hold together and when it charges, break for the wall.
Whose head could I give you that would satisfy this fury?
The entire Roman armies.
Too much.
The general will do.
Rome must fall. I need only give it a push.
We make it out alive. Alright. Hands on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum doors.
This ring belonged to Maximus. Now I give it to you. What is the dream of Rome? That people are not free.
I was owned. Now I will control an empire.
I will not waste another generation of young men for their vanity.
Strength and honor! This how Rome treats its heroes!
Hands on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum doors. The gods have spoken!
Okay, Pedro Pascal and duels don't go well together. So, see, the first thing I noticed is Paul Mescal's character is definitely not Maximus. They're not doing Maximus again. See, the thing is, Maximus was a Roman general before he became a slave. He was pushed into slavery, right? So he had this like rage in him. He had this grief, and he wanted vengeance. Here, he like Paul Mescal's character is a born slave. Even though he's rumored to be Maximus' son, I think he is Maximus' son. I read it somewhere.
You never know because it doesn't really, it gives hints.
Of course,
you could go either way with this.
Yeah, but I like the fact that his character is a born slave and he's not the stoic. He's not as stoic as Maximus. He's just going in for the war. He wants to upend things. He has a different energy that I love, and of course, Denzel is crazy good. I think he's one of those like slave owners who wants to upend the system, right? And what do you think?
Denzel Washington's character, we never fully figure out what his true intentions are from the trailer, right?
Yeah.
He could have ulterior motives, or he's just someone who trades slaves. I think I read somewhere that he's a peacemaker or something.
As in, like, he's definitely a slave owner. That is
because he tells Paul Mescal, "You are my new instrument." Something like that.
I think
right?
he also he's inside the system, but he's also against the system. Is what they're trying to say. Paul Mescal has that like seems like he starts off with this. With a fully fleshed character arc, he's not like struggling to find himself or anything. He just wants to flip the table and upend the system, right? Denzel's character is, of course, is mysterious, is interesting. What I also find interesting is Pedro Pascal's character. I don't know who he is, or I think he's a general, right? But he's also in the arena fighting.
Could be that he's inspired by Maximus also.
Yeah,
because when that female lead from the earlier Gladiator film, she gives a ring to him, right? And she tells her this belongs to Maximus.
Okay. So do you think Paul Mescal's character and Pedro Pascal's character are going to team up somehow? They're showing them fighting together.
Yeah.
And Pedro Pascal always loses in a duel, as you've seen in Game of Thrones. And I hope his eyes aren't gouged out in this one.
Could it be? You never know.
Yeah.
There could be some surprises, right?
See, and I love the use of no church in the wild in the trailer. Like, I know it's an historical drama, but Ridley Scott plays it fast and loose. Even in the Napoleon trailer, he used a modern song, and he doesn't care about historical accuracy to the T, right? True. And that comes with its own energy, and I'm all for it. I don't like Gladiator. The first Gladiator had a lot of historical inaccuracies, they say, but it's still a very, very good film, and it shows Rome in all its glory.
I think he's amped up the spectacle in this film.
Oh yeah, definitely looks great
because the Colosseum looks better, right?
Exactly. Yeah. See, it's not just a simple Colosseum and people just fighting. We had tigers in the first film. Here we have rhinoceros, and there's a water Colosseum where they have ship battles and all. That is happening, and I hear that it is historically accurate apparently. So they had Colosseums where they had locked up water bodies, and they fought in boats.
There is this. Someone is attacking Rome, right? You see that in the trailer somewhere.
No, I didn't pick up on that. What is that?
So there's some ships and something is coming, and
you mean it's not outside?
It could be the empress who eventually gain control of Rome.
Okay.
And maybe Paul Mescal is fighting against those emperors. Maybe he's fighting against those emperors also.
He's definitely gonna start a revolution or something like Spartacus, right? And that is really good. And what do you think it's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen?
I think someone has taken control of Rome. That's the ship bit we see in the film, in the trailer. And maybe Paul Mescal is revolting against that.
Okay.
And he's saying, why don't Rome honor his heroes? Right? He's like, why are you guys doing this? So he has that kind of rage in him. And he feels like he kind of empathizes with Maximus somewhere in there. And he probably wants to carry forward that legacy that Maximus left behind.
Yeah, I like that they have a continuation, they have a connection with the first film. They didn't completely abandon it, and it's not just about he's his son or anything like that. I like that they talk about his legacy first, and some characters are very obviously inspired by Maximus's legacy, right? And I love how that Maximus started something that goes on to spark the ideology of the people who came after him, and that is very interesting to me. And Rome itself looks beautiful. We've seen Rome in many interpretations.
In Gladiator, no, in some of the top shots and all. I mean, this might be too nitpicky, but you could sense that there is a lot of graphics there. It didn't look as real.
It came out decades ago.
Yeah, it did. But that's one of those minor criticism for that film. But here, I think Ridley Scott has addressed that. He has really worked on the production, it seems like. Yeah. Because the Colosseum does look, the top shot of the Colosseum look really impressive.
It looks beautiful. Every shot looks beautiful. Because when the film was announced, to be very frank, nobody was asking for a Gladiator sequel. Because
especially Russell Crowe for all people, right?
So there were also crazy news articles coming out about how the second film is going to be completely unhinged, and it's about it's going to show afterlife or something like that. I guess these are all fake scripts floated out. But when they announced a sequel, nobody knew what they were going to do, because Maximus is dead, and we know like Rome has been interpreted in many ways in many films and even as a series of its own. So I didn't know what they were going to do, because like it shouldn't look forced, right? So the trailer completely flipped my opinion. Ever since I saw the first look and now the trailer, it looks beautiful, and I'm all for it, and I want to see it in the biggest screen possible.
My biggest hope is that I really hope that it doesn't have that Gladiator. There could be a temptation to compare it, right, with the original film.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think that's what happened with Prometheus. Such a good film. That
I love Prometheus.
I love that film.
People hated it.
People hated it for some reason.
I mean, they had their reasons. But I still love Prometheus.
I think it's probably because it's an alien prequel.
It's probably because they didn't follow the tone of the earlier films. And from what we see here, this is definitely a tonal departure from the first film, because this is all like adrenaline and like the rage and energy, whereas the first film was all melancholic. It's poetic.
It is. Correct.
See the wheat field and like he's always mourning the loss of his wife and children, and it had a lot of pathos.
It even has that melancholic background.
Yes,
music.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like lovely score by Hans Zimmer, right? Yeah, like I said, this is like looks completely different from the first film, and in a way that gets me hyped up. It doesn't feel like they're just doing it for the sake of it.
It looks like an operatic version of Gladiator, right?
A more
like a more energetic.
Yeah. To wrap it up, like, are you excited for the movie?
Yes, I am excited for the movie, and I am excited mostly because to see this is Scott himself doing a version of his own kind of film. There is a rumor like that, and could it be more of the same, or could it be like you said, could it be a welcome departure from the first film? That's what I'm more eagerly waiting to see. In any case, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a bloody thrill ride of a film, right? Yeah. As a fan of Ridley Scott and even his least celebrated films, I love his filmography like crazy. So for that reason, I'm eagerly waiting forward to seeing Gladiator 2.
I love the fact that all these older filmmakers are doing these amazing films, like whether it's Ridley Scott or Michael Mann, Francis Ford Coppola, or George Miller. They're all doing amazing work at this end of this late in their careers still, and they're crunching out these passion projects, whether you like it or not. They're glorious to look at, and as a fan of the first film, I have no qualms of this being totally different. I still love the energy, and I wasn't very excited when they first announced it, but now that I've seen the trailer and I've seen the first look and everything, and it looks amazing, and I can't wait to watch it in the theater.
Yes. I completely echo your sentiments regarding this.
Okay, we'll see you with another trailer reaction pretty soon, and leave your reaction in the comments below.